Hey everyone, we're going into the first match of an Eldritch Moon draft. I think our deck's pretty cool. Should be fun to play. And that is a quality hand right there. 1, 2, 3, and we have all of our colors. So Keswick Prowler turn 1, Guardian Priest turn 2. I wish we were on the play. Keswick Prowler's a lot better when you're on the play, but it does transform late at least. Yeah, we wouldn't have minded a topple, guys, but that's okay. We'll play our Prowler. Yeah, so we'll search up a swamp, and then we'll be ready to go if we ever draw a Gitrog monster. So we have double everything. I don't think we actually even need... Oh, we do need double white for Subjugator Angel. We have one double green card and one double white card, so... I mean, I definitely attack if he leaves that back, too. It is a decent trade to get rid of a Topplegeist. So we're going to attack. Kapawi. And then we're going to play our Priest, who can start tapping down the Tapper, Topplegeist. Can't start tapping yet, it needs Delirium. But once it gets Delirium, it's really obnoxious. Really obnoxious. Yeah, he's just going to attack. So our opponent's red-white, so probably pretty aggressive. Brazen Wolves. Yeah, that is what I was feeling. Well, hello there. Not being able to tap that for a turn is going to hurt a little bit. But I think we play our Scarecrow. We can also kill these wolves with our Somberwald Stag. This is good news. So we'll probably take one hit from it. We don't have any good attacks anymore. Not even this can block it. So, bash. Okay, I'll take 5. If that's what you want to do. I mean, I guess I could double block. It's not really worth it, though. Especially when our stag can just kill it. That's a pretty good quality kill with the stag. Since this has 4 power when it attacks, and the stag's wouldn't be able to kill it otherwise. All right. So our opponent is also 3 colors. So if we just draw a land, obviously what we do is search up a swamp and go from there. He's trying to get Delirium, which isn't great for us since he has Topplegeist in play, but what are you going to do? Are you going to play something too, or are you just going to take 2? All right, man. Well, luckily this has flash, so we don't really have to decide anything. I think we go ahead and attack. Bam. Drop our opponent to 16. I think we play this land, and we're probably going to sacrifice our Scarecrow and tap down the Brazen Wolves this turn. And then probably play Gitrog Monster. Maybe not, though, because killing that with the Stag would put us in a better position. Although we can just tap it forever, but not like next turn, for example. We won't be able to be because we'll have tapped out for a Gitrog Monster. All right, we take the 1. Ooh, what's happening here? It's a lot of mana. Spiteful Motives. Okay. Okay, yeah. We might have to Somberwald Stag that now. We can tap it too, is the good news, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and sacrifice our Scarecrow. We're going to get a Swamp, and we're going to get a Plains. Yeah. Well, gaining some life is nice. Man, I don't want to stag that thing because our stag dies. Kind of a tough spot right here. A little bit of 1 anyway. We just have so much we can do, and it's all awesome, but I don't feel like any of it's really not awesome. It's not awesome enough, basically. It's probably just right to play the stag and kill that thing. That's probably the thing to do here. So we're going to go ahead and swing for 3, because we're not going to have the mana to tap this. Okay, so we're going to play our Swamp. Our opponent knows we have it anyway. And we're going to play our Stag. And we're going to kill that guy. This does drop us to 4 next turn, but we can resume tapping it down next turn. Our opponent also almost has Delirium, but well, that is a problem because he can tap this every upkeep and then keep me from being able to tap his Topplegeist. So that's not cool. Not cool at all. Okay. That's interesting. Giving that Vigilance, I guess, is pretty good right now. But that card's not usually very good. I wouldn't play it ever, basically. Problem with it, if you're wondering why I say that, is if your creature isn't already good, then it's useless. Equipment's supposed to make any creature good, right? And this doesn't do that. It makes a good creature better, is all it does. So it's kind of a win more kind of card. All right. Ooh, Priest number 2. The bad news about Gitrog Monster, sort of anyway, is that the Priest... It's going to be harder to tap stuff down with Priests once we play him. It's probably still worth it, though. Probably still worth it. Yeah, it definitely is. He's just so big, too. Like, he can just end the game with his huge body right now, basically. So we're going to play him. We're going to leave a Forest untapped so we can tap something. If we get this Spirit in play, we can gain some life, which is pretty nice. We'll end our turn. We're in pretty good shape, I mean, because we can tap this guy down, and then all we have to worry about is a Bold Impaler, so that feels pretty good, to me anyway. Definitely sacrifice a Plains at our upkeep. Draws us a card, and so forth. He's just so good. Oh, we could have played another land. I forgot about that line. He's so good, I forgot what he does. Lets you play extra cards, extra lands every turn. Whoa, that's not good. I accidentally unclicked that. That is... Our opponent could just kill us now if he has a lot of things. How did this even happen? How did this happen? Ugh. Sad. Our opponent probably can kill us so easily now. Man, I screwed up. Silly Magic Online. And silly me for clicking too much. Just going to kill us with a burn spell. Yes! No! God! That's so terrible. This game was like ours. Especially if I remember to tap that down. His only card in his hand was Structural Distortion. Oh, okay. Well, the good news is we know our deck's pretty good. Despite what I did. That hurts. That hurts. Our opponent's deck has some interesting cards in it. I think that's a nice way of putting it. We did just get beaten by him, though, so there you go. Structural Distortion also not terrible against us because of our one Swamp and our Wildfield Scarecrow, but... yeah, what do we have? Nothing, really. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, we could side in Spectral Reserves. It's better against, like, Topplegeist, but we have tons of flyers. We have, not tons, but enough flyers. I don't think we need to do that, but that was an ugly loss, losing that way. It's got to be one of the worst things that's happened to me in this format. All right, that's a good hand, too. Of course, we managed to lose despite how good our hand was last time. The pain, it's real. Freaking begin combat. Yeah, wouldn't have minded one of those. We saw one, we took something else over it. I recall. I think it was Gitrog Monster, actually. So, Priest time. Can at least just block this thing. So that's not bad. Heck, if he plays like a 2/2 here, next turn we can block and clear shot and get a 2 for 2. Yeah, that'll work too. That'll work. I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen, but a 2 for 1, I mean. Both humans. Okay, I think we just play our Woodland Patrol. Can't tap these guys down anyway, right? End our turn. So playing Provisioner and pumping Woodland Patrol is a pretty nice turn. Might be what we do next turn. Two good removal spells. And we can probably gain control of this game if he ever plays a non-human with our priest. Is he just going to transform his guy? It's kind of looking that way. Yeah, we're just going to take it. He can, I mean, because he has a clue in play. It's not a big deal if he decides to transform it. Is it still a human on the other side? No. So we have that going for us. Okay, he is transforming it. All right. Hey, there's our swamp. Didn't even have to try that time. I'm thinking about playing it, but because our opponent has structural distortion, it makes me not want to play it so much. So we can do some crazy stuff with Clear Shot here, but I think it's probably just best to go Intrepid Provisioner, pump Woodland dude, and swing with him. And then we can block with the very same Woodland dude and kill that. So we will take 2 damage in the process, but yep, chump block makes sense. All right, our turn is over. I mean, he does have... It's probably just right to just take it at this point, honestly, because we just win this race, and we have 2 removal spells. So I feel pretty good about it. And we also can just start tapping it down next turn. So, yeah, we're just going to take 4 here. Take it all to the face. Be interesting here if he plays his spiteful motives. It would hurt us, but then we could just kill it and be free of it, which wasn't what we could do last game. Solitary Hunter. Okay. Well, now we can do... No, we can't. Not quite. But we can tap that and then kill that and... Yeah. So if I attack with Intrepid Provisioner and he decides to block, I can Clear Shot this and kill both his creatures. It's probably worth trying to go for that. Yeah. Let's do it. I can actually do it with Woodland guy too. Woodland Patrol. But it would just be a 2 for 2, so it's not quite as good, but it still might be worth attacking with the Woodland Patrol. Yeah, let's do it. Let us do it. See if our opponent blocks. If he doesn't, he takes 14, and we're okay with that. And then we probably just Clear Shot this guy anyway. We just don't get as much value. Okay, so we're not gonna like blow up, like, you know, set the world on fire with what we're about to do, but it's gonna be pretty good. So we're gonna give him +1/+1, and we're gonna kill this. So we kill both his guys, get a 2 for 2, hold on to our 3/3, and we still have a removal spell in our hand. So works pretty well. Would have been way better if he blocked that. Would have been like amazing. So, you know, there may have been something to be said there to attack with just this guy to see if he would just block it. But he may not have blocked if I only attacked with 1 creature. Who knows? Oh, Topplegeist. I'm going to tap down his Topplegeist in response to his Topplegeist tapping down my guy. It's a good thing to kill with the stag, that's for sure. All right. What else you got? Okay, well, we don't really even need to kill it, I don't think, at this point. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Should we just attack for 4 here? No, I think it's probably worth it, especially because he has stuff like Spiteful Motives, although it'll be too late for us to tap it down. We'll probably just tap it down no matter what. But yeah, we'll swing for 3. Drop him to 14. Play our Captive, who will be a threat any moment. I'm continuing to hold on to this swamp out of fear of structural distortion. And there's no reason for us to play it, really. So it doesn't hurt to have it in my hand as a bluff, either. So, Town Gossipmonger. That might be more of a problem than a Toppelgeist. Can't tap it down. Tap it down. Don't really want to take 1. Yeah, I needed to have this lock on here, apparently. Yeah, called it. Okay. Goodbye. Subjugator Angel. Of course, now we need that double white. Of course we do. Okay. So the thing is, if I play the stag, it can also just like block this thing and then give me a 2-for-1 in that way. Yeah, we're gonna play the stag. I know that much. What we're gonna kill is the question. I mean, if we kill this, this won't be able to transform immediately. Yeah, I think we just kill the Geist. Its tap down ability could really put a damper on our lives, so we will kill it. And I think we just attack with everybody who can. Obviously, the Captive can't. But we don't have the... Oh, we did have the mana. Well, that's a human. So now he's going to play Creature with Haste that happens to hit for 12 and is unblockable. I can feel it. My mistakes have punished me in this game. This match, I guess. Not this particular game. I mean, we definitely block it with our stag. Yeah, I mean, we block that. If he wants to use Spiteful Motives... do we block it? If he Spiteful Motives it, he hits us for 5, drops us to 7, we swing back. We can't tap it down is one problem that we have. 1 more mana, though, and he can block even a Spiteful Motives dude. Yeah, let's make him use Spiteful Motives here. Let's make it happen. All right. I mean, he put it on a creature that's not exactly impressive, so it doesn't have evasion. So I don't feel terrible about it. Also only has 1 toughness, so... However, we can't tap it down, and that kind of sucks. The Gitrog monster does not, though. He can just block it, too, so he has that going for him. Big Gitrog. So... yeah, I guess we leave him back. We'll have the mana. Maybe there's a situation that arises and we want to... Yeah, we'll play the Gitrog monster. This time he's probably going to actually get to do something, since we didn't screw up royally this time. Okay, got there. Whew. Okay. Yeah. You know... Survive the Night's pretty good against Spiteful Motives. Pretty good, but what do I take out? I mean, nah, I don't think we really want to do that. All right. Let's avoid screwing up. This is another good hand. 2-drop, 3-drop of my choice, and 4-drop. And our priests are legit, man. Like, so good. We probably would have won our first game if I'd used my priest properly. The pain. I'm going to remember that one for a long time. It's definitely my bad beat story of this format so far. So, The scary thing that could happen is he plays a 2-drop here and this transforms immediately. And that is a real scary thing. Like, Town Gossip Monger immediately transforming is not an easy thing to deal with. So, play an equipment. Don't play a 2-drop or a 1-drop. Don't do either of them. Darn it. Okay. Well, he's going to transform. He's going to do it now even. So, great. The good news is we can throw Woodland Patrol in front of it, but it's going to hit us first. Somber Wildstag can also kill it, but that's a little ways off. So we probably play our Patrol next instead of like our Sentry. I guess we could flash Shieldmate in and double block it. That wouldn't be the worst. If he doesn't have mana up, he can't even kill one of them, but he can end up killing that, so it's not cool. He's going to pump him. Okay. We take 4. I think it's probably just better to play the Woodland Patrol and just block it with that. It has less late game application anyway. That means we may as well swing for 1. And we will. If he has Spiteful Motives again, I'm going to be such a sad person. He really might, though. Spiteful Motives on Incited Rabble is a messed up thing to do. Messed up. Okay. We're going to try to block this guy. He has to attack every turn, so he might not have it. He had to attack anyway. Oh, he's got it. Spiteful Motives. I feel it. Maybe it's a different trick. Okay, not quite as bad as Spiteful Motives, so I'm okay with that. I wonder why I didn't pump his other guy, too. Guess maybe he's playing something else. Now it's happening. Why are you still a human? Stop being a human. Ooh, our opponent is definitely going pretty aggro on us here, and that is not great news for us. Especially because we need mana so desperately. If drawing a land there would have been great, because I could have played one of these guys. Ugh. That's bad. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, I think I just play Quilled Wolf, tap this guy down. Do we double block this guy? No, I can't double block it because I'm tapping this guy down. Yeah, I think we play the wolf. We need lands pretty badly, but playing the wolf does mean that Drogskull Shieldmate will be better later because it'll have more things to pump, so we have that going for us. Yeah, no thank you. We'll take at least 3 here, assuming he attacks with Topplegeist. Even Spectral Reserves wouldn't be bad right now. Gaining us life would be great. Spiteful Motives? No, just pumping him. Okay. I'm just so fearful of Spiteful Motives. Ugh. And our opponent just keeps going wide. Okay. So we do need 1 more land for Stag, and the Stag will probably bail us out. I can flash in Drogskull Shieldmate and double block the Rabble too, which is pretty good. Could also play the Sentry, but it's not as good right now as the Shieldmate. Yeah, I think we just pass the turn. Playing the reserves is an option, but it's not a very good one, I don't think. Especially because we wouldn't be able to tap down the 4/3. Yeah. That is the plan. No, thank you. Attacking with everything, huh? Drogskull Shieldmate. Okay. So I think the plan's the double block. He can pump this and hit us for 3, so we'll take 4 this turn and go to 7, but I think that's okay. If that's how he wants to spend his turn, I think we're actually going to benefit. He can't pump his guy big enough to kill both the creatures that are going to block it. Unless, of course, he plays Spiteful Motives. And then we're sad. We're very sad. So, let's pray what he does. Well, he can't do both, actually. This guy will just die if he pumps this. So that's good. He has to pump this if he wants to kill one of my guys. So what's he doing? Okay, he is going to kill one of my guys. But the other shall die. And I go just to 9, so a little better than I thought it was going to be. All right, I would like to be able to play my stag, but it's not in the cards. Okay, well, I think we just play our sentry. We want to keep tapping stuff, I think. I don't think we can really afford not to. And the sentry can chump block like this. Well, he can make him have to pump mana into it, and then we get a 3-2 anyway, which is fine. We can eventually block this with a Spectral Reserves token. That's why I'm not, like, freaking out about it. All right. Oh, we could also just block it with that, but I think that's a little less good. I mean, he can actually kill our guy. He does have to put mana into it, and we don't get anything. With this, we get something at least. So, just the flyer, maybe. Yeah. We go to 8. That's kind of obnoxious. Good news is we can play our stag, kill something, assuming we draw a land, and we did, and then block that with the stag. So I think we play the stag and kill the Brazen Wolves. Goodbye. This is a human, too, so that gives us even more incentive to want to block and kill it. I think we survived the early bum rush. I'm hoping we did anyway. We're alive. That much is clear. Okay. So yeah, we're going to block the Impaler with our Desperate Sentry. And we're going to block this with that. Hope we get the 2-for-1 out of our stag. And he doesn't play something scary. Doesn't look like he will. Since he had to pump mana into that. He didn't really have to. They could have just bounced off each other, but that's what he decided to do. Opponent is up to 22, so that's worth noting. But we do get our 3-2 to help us. I think it's probably Spectral Reserves time. We need the life. It can block the topple guys. I can tap down one of these and then just block the other. So yeah, Spectral Reserves. Feels good. I think we just have to be on defense until our opponent just runs out of gas completely. If we can help it. All right, well, he's out of gas. He can pump Bold Impalers a lot, but I'm not overly concerned about that. I can tap 1 right now, and we will. Oh, he did just get Delirium. That's not good news. So we'll tap down the Impaler. He's going to tap down one of our creatures on our turn now, but even being able to do that, he'll probably be able to shut down my priest, more or less, shut it down, but it's not the end of the world. So what do you tap down? There are many choices. I think the priest is the right one, though. In response, we can, of course, tap down his Topplegeist or whatever, but yeah, that's what he's going to do. So, if we draw land, we could play Subjugator Angel, which would obviously be pretty good. Is it worth tapping down anything of his? Not really. No, we'll just let it happen. Okay. Alright, well, I feel good about that. Player Cathar. I think we swing with both of our flyers? No, just one of them. One's going to get in there, do some damage. So if he attacks with this, I'd probably block with the Cathar and the Eldrazi Horror. And obviously if he attacks with Topplegeist, I block it. Alright. Here you are. See, this is why these guys are bad. You have to pump so much mana into them just to trade with these guys. And these guys are both basically, I mean, maybe he's 3/4 of a card, but this is half a card. And our opponent has to use so much mana just to kill them. And that's just in a trade, not even like straight up like kill one of my creatures. So that's relevant, I think. So now I think I probably do tap down Topplegeist, because I can just swing for 4 a turn, and that seems pretty good right now. Ooh, another priest. We attack. I think we probably play the Griff, though. It can block his guy, who can slowly kill us, so I feel good about finally getting ahead in this game. We definitely block Topplegeist if he attacks with it. For all we know, he could also have Uncaged Fury, and that plus 4/4 could kill us. So actually, it'd be +5, +1 or whatever, but you know what I mean. All right. Another Brazen Wolves? Is that really necessary? I don't think it is. Okay. Alright, well, I can play a big angel, although it's not so big that it can just, like, laugh in the face of that, sadly. But I think we still play it. That is a large angel. Okay, so do I leave this guy back? I'm not going to block this, I don't think. Although I kind of have to, don't I? Because he could easily have a way to just kill me. Spiteful Motives plus Combat Trick. Okay. Yeah, playing the Priest will be nice, but I think playing the large flying body is also pretty nice. I could also just trade. I guess it's not the worst trade, since I already sort of have command of the skies without the Subjugator. I mean, it's a pretty bad trade. I mean, it's like 3 mana. So it's kind of bad. Like 3 mana versus 6. It did give us some value just now, at least. Yeah, we'll block. You got Spiteful Motives. I feel it coming. Yeah, that would be bad for us. A little less bad if he uses some other trick. We have a flyer in our graveyard, by the way, that we can use at some point. Spiteful Motives. See, if he puts it on that, we can at least tap it down. So it's better than him putting it on a human or something. Borrowed Hostility. Okay. Yeah, that hurts a little bit. Drops me to 5. Okay. We don't want to die to Structural Distortion again. We don't want to get that low. Luckily, we don't really need to. We don't have to. We can chump if we have to. Sort of go back into defense. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I think it's time we play our second priest. Of that, I am sure. I don't have anything that can block him effectively, so I think I attack with my larger creatures and just get ready for a chump. And I should have probably played my Guardian of Pilgrims, but that's okay. We can play our Fiendbinder and just block him and hope it actually kills him. I think that's what we do. He has 3 power after all. Don't play Magmatic Chasm. Actually, it wouldn't kill us right away. So there's that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to block with Fiendbinder. He has 1 card in his hand. It could be a trick. But I think we're okay with that. We're just going to win in the sky at this point. We're in kind of a weird situation where letting this transform is better for us because our priest can tap it down. If he decides to tap down a priest here, I tap down his Solitary Hunter for sure. No, he doesn't. Okay. We're in pretty good shape, though. Pretty good. I don't think we let it transform. Yeah, probably not. I'm going to play Guardian of Pilgrims. It's worth thinking about. We may at a later point. We're going to pump this Spirit. And we'll attack with that larger Spirit. And then I think we get our guy out of our graveyard. We can't tap him down anyway, so we're going to get a Spirit out of our graveyard. Oh, wait. I tapped too much mana for it? Yeah, it only costs 2. How about that? Whoops. Now I could have tapped down both. That's bad. It's going to kill me like my last mistake did. So yeah, I mean, I think we throw like Drogskull, or well, probably this actually in front of it. I gotta wonder if we would have won that first game if we hadn't screwed up. So we're gonna go ahead and tap down Topplegeist. Means he doesn't have a flying blocker next turn for one thing. Yeah, he can't really attack. All right, well, like I said, him transforming isn't exactly a downside for us. We can actually tap him down now and just swing for lethal, so that's pretty cool. That's fine with me. Tappy, tappy. All right, we got there. Yeah, we threw that first game away, but we managed to win the next 2, so the magic gods forgave me. All right, we're going to try to win our next match too. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.